guys, I'm Stephen at Real Classic Film Reviews. Welcome to the section of the channel where we take a bit of a deep dive, in-depth look into a home video release. This time it's going to be Arrow's recent edition of David Fincher's underrated, in my opinion, The Game, starring Michael Douglas, Sean Penn and Deborah Unger. This has just recently dropped. I've yet to crack into it. We're going to do so, have a little look at what it contains, because this thing is big. This is kind of certainly a lot bigger than I imagined it was going to be. Haven't really seen a great deal of content so far, you know, across platforms like Instagram and YouTube on actually looking into the middle of this thing. Well, we're going to do that right now. This was limited to 3,000 copies, I believe. Obviously, just recently dropped. We're going to crack into it, have a little look. Let's do it. All right, guys, what's good? So let's have a little look at this The Game package first. So the first thing to note about this thing, although it's a kind of Arrow video release, is just like the sheer size of it. So if I can even get it all into this frame, this is like a big heavy release. It's a 2-disc edition. It's limited to 3,000 copies, and just for comparison purposes, I've got like a regular Arrow Blu-ray here, so you can see the kind of size comparison of what we're looking at in terms of the kind of ginormous enormity of this thing. I do remember, was there a Whitney and I box set from Arrow similar to this one? I can't remember now. I think that was a while ago, because when this first turned up I thought this is kind of nothing like Arrow have done, but I do believe that they did like a kind of coffee table version of Whitney and I, and I think it goes for crazy money now, but I've never obviously picked that up, and I wish I had. So we're going to crack into this thing. Like I said, this is David Fincher's The Game, starring Michael Douglas. Fantastic artwork. I'm loving the colours and the kind of different artwork on the front of that. Absolutely amazing, kind of blues and reds. Looks really top notch. This whole thing is a 2K restoration from the original negative by the Criterion Collection that they supervised, that was supervised and approved by Fincher. So this will be the same transfer as you'll get on the Criterion edition if you have that edition, if you're from the US. It's 2 discs. It contains a 200-page booklet or book. Can't say booklet because it looks pretty ginormous. It's got new bonus features, and it's the UK premiere of that kind of Fincher approved 2K restoration that Criterion did. So let's crack into this thing first off. So we're going to get into the plastic to begin with, which I'm going to imagine is going to be easier said than done. We can start up here, I believe. Let's check this thing out. Like I said, this thing weighs an absolute ton, so we're going to go for, there we go, get rid of that. So a nice kind of smooth cover there. We've got the J card. You haven't glued that on, have they? No, brilliant. So obviously 2 disc, piles of stuff on there. You've got the disc 1, which is the Blu-ray, disc 2, which is the DVD edition of it. So if you just move that to one side. Awesome bit of artwork on the back, CRS, Consumer Recreation Services, which if you're familiar with the film, you'll know is the company that Michael Douglas gets sent to begin his game. So really great kind of weighty package, and inside that, and this is a really thick kind of heavy box. It's going to protect the contents, and inside that you've got similar artwork, and this whole thing is basically a ginormous 200-page book. Artwork on the back of it with the city looking like a maze, the bridge in the background there and him falling. And then if we crack this thing open, this disc is the Blu-ray disc, yeah, with the same artwork that's on the back. Really impressed with that. And I believe on the back there we've got the DVD version with the CRS artwork on there as well. Oop, slide that back in, and then the rest of the package is literally this book. All right, okay, so we've got the card, the invitation that Sean Penn gives to Michael Douglas. You know, what do you get the guy who's got everything? And he ends up getting this kind of experience that is, if you've seen the film, it's totally nuts, and if you haven't, really recommend you watch it. And this thing is gorgeous. Look at this. This is a ginormous book full of great content. Like I said, this is a 200-page book. This is exclusive to this edition. Loads of archive materials in there, and I believe it includes an article, an American cinematographer article from '97. But yeah, the artwork throughout it is top notch. Amazing. Take a bit of time to kind of get through all that. Crikey, that was just the first half. So yeah, there's, like you can see, brilliant photography, photographic stills all the way through, loads and loads of content to get through. The invitation there. Slot that back in there. So there you go. The game. Was it 97 this? I want to say it was 97. But definitely made between 7 and Fight Club. So late 90s, 97. I mean, what a trio of films to kind of come out with. 7, The Game, and Fight Club. Absolutely excellent. And all housed inside that big sturdy box. So, you know, if you can get hold of a copy of this, guys, you know, don't sleep on it. It's a top notch release from Arrow. You know, check it out. And like I say, it's huge. This thing is kind of, in comparison, it's going to have to kind of get its own little area on the shelf. Well, there we go. So guys, go check it out. I think I got mine from Zavvi, picked it up from Zavvi. Really fantastic edition of an underrated kind of classic late 90s thriller from David Fincher, The Game, from Arrow Video. Check it out.